over a month ago, I asked my YouTube channel, which group of champions would you like to see more on the channel? With 3 out of 7 votes, it was Web Warriors. To start off the Web Warriors, I figured I would start with Miles Morales, who's a character I haven't played a lot of, and so I thought the experience would be good for me. I do want to mention that I'm trying out a new format, so that way I'm really hoping to try to limit the busyness, but I do want to see what everyone else thinks. So please let me know what you think about this new format in the comments. So I'm going to be playing Miles, and I'm going to be going up against Rhino. I have the Armadillo modular set in here, and I will be playing with an aggression deck. I went with aggression because there's going to be a lot of toughs thrown around, and so I felt like I needed something to kind of ping those toughs off. I know that Miles has a couple of smaller attack cards, nothing with piercing, so I just felt like that was probably the best way to go. All right, so let's get started. All right, to get started, I had 2 acrobatics, a strength, spider, Ironheart, and tack team. I think I'm going to get rid of the 2 acrobatics and tack team, and I draw Spider-Man, hone technique, and hand cannon. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put out strength to play Ironheart, which will allow me, when you play Ironheart from your hand, you get to draw 1 card. Woo, bunch of allies here. I was going to try to get hone technique out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm going to use hand cannon. I'm going to use hone technique and Spider-Man to play Spider. I'm going to have Spider and Ironheart both attack for 1. And then I'm going to flip over to Miles, and I'm going to have Miles attack for 2. And then let's go ahead and get rid of the Locust card. All right, so I went ahead and I've added the scheme. I also drew my hand. I got double life, combat training, precision strike, and brawn. So again, I've got another ally. I didn't realize I added so many allies to this deck. But anyway, so Rhino is going to attack me. He's going to attack for 2, plus the boost card. So I forgot to add these. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have Ironheart take it. So Rhino is going to attack for 2 plus 0. Ooh, it would have been smart to put Ironheart or have Spider take it. All right, and now I get my encounter card, which is hard to keep down. He heals for 4, and if no damage was healed, it gains Surge. So that's that.
This is going to take forever.
Okay, I've never done this before, but I'm thinking this is going to work out. So I'm going to use Brawn and Precision Strike to pay for combat training. Then I'm going to use Spider and Spider-Man to both attack for 3. Sorry, I don't mean 3, I mean 4, right? Because Spider-Man's going to attack for 3 now that he has combat training. And then Spider is going to attack for 1, which let's not forget to add this. Then I'm going to use hand cannon to, because I'm exhausted, to flip. This says, after you change this form, shuffle 1 Spider-Man card from your discard pile to your deck. So we will take, we'll take acrobatics since that's the only one we've got. And but because I used hand cannon, which is a physical resource, I get to also add it, or I get to ready. So I'll ready, and then I will flip back up to Miles, or I'm sorry, Spider-Man, and then we'll go ahead and attack for another 3.
Take that. Take this.
All right, so gone ahead and I've added the main. I've also drawn my hand. I got Fluid Motion, Melee, Web Shot, Jefferson Davis, and Plan of Attack. So Rhino's going to go ahead and he's going to attack me. I'm going to have Spider take it. So he's going to hit for 2 plus 1. So Spider is now gone. And now I get my encounter card, which is Charge.
Oh man, is this gonna hurt?
So what I want to go ahead and do this round is I'm going to use Plan of Attack to play Fluid Motion. I thought about possibly using Web Shot, but because neither one of these are a electric resource, I wouldn't be able to use the Venom Blast ability, which the Venom Blast would allow me to do 2 damage and stun the enemy. But by playing this, between that and these 2 cards, I would end up doing a total of 8 damage. But what happens after that is I bring out Breaking and Taken, which means I get another encounter card. And the fact that I haven't taken off any threat, I feel like I'm not in the best situation. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use Web Shot and Melee to bring out Jefferson Davis. I'm going to attack for 3, and then I'm going to flip over. I'm going to put Web Shot back in using my ability, and then Jefferson and Davis will be able to exhaust to remove 1 threat.
Luckily, I've got something up my sleeve.
All right, gone ahead and added the threat. So I've also removed the 3 from before when I did the damage. I drew my hand. I got 2 Philanticides, a Precision Strike, across the Spider-Verse, Swinging In, and Genius. So Rhino's going to go ahead and he's going to thwart now. He's going to thwart for 1 plus 3. So we are now at... Oh, I'm sorry. He thwarts for 3. That means we're now at 5. So hopefully I'm not going to get any bad news. We pull out all right, Tough It Out. Give Armadillo and the villain a tough status card. If 1 or fewer tough status cards were given this way, this card gains Surge. All right, so he gets a tough. And then we get the next card, which is Enhanced Ivory Horn. So at this point, Rhino is going to attack for 6 damage next time.
Easy day.
So we're going to exhaust this, and that way Jefferson Davis can remove 1 threat. And then we are going to flip over to Miles. I'm going to then use... Oh, shucks, I'm going to use this to play Swing In, where I remove 4 threat, and because I used a mental resource, I can resolve Spider-Man's Spider Camouflage ability. All right, so I said that I got to resolve my Spider Camouflage ability. Just so you're aware, Spider Camouflage means that I get a tough status card and I confuse the enemy, which I think is going to be perfect for Charge and Enhanced Ivory Horn. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use Across the Spider-Verse to play Precision Strike, which I get to do 2 damage, but I remove this tough instead. And then what I'm going to do is, because I played an attack event, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to attack. So now I get to deal 4 damage. And Rhino is now at 0. And so now we have to start everything all over. All right, he goes to the next stage. I'm sorry.
Anyone else?
So to remind everyone, at the start of the last round, I beat the first stage of Rhino. We're now at the second stage. He now has Breaking and Taken out, which currently has 3 threat on it. And I drew Piercing Strike, Boot Camp, Plan of Attack, Web Shooter, and I kept the Genius from last round. So Rhino's going to go ahead and attack me. He is going to deal 1, 4, 7 damage to me. But I have the tough status card, so this just goes away, and so does charge.
Suck it.
All right, and now Rhino is going to draw a card, and it is Sandman, who has tough.
Lucky.
I'm sorry. At the end of the last round, I totally forgot. Because of break and take, and I get another encounter card. I drew the Hydra Mercenary. So things are starting to get a little ramped up here. Yeah. So I'm going to. I was going to use Plan of Attack, where I draw 4 cards. I pick one of them. It has to be in an attack event. Ooh, I like that one. All right, we're gonna go with Web Shot. Seems pretty awesome, except for the fact that it's not. I'm not gonna be able to do my Venom Blast ability, which would have been nice. All right, so yeah, gum. I kind of wish that Sandman and Hydra Mercenary's stats were a little different. Oh, shucks. All right, so we're going to. I'm going to use Genius to play Piercing Strike, which will get rid of this and will knock 3 health off of him. I'm then going to play. Piercing Strike is gone now. I'm going to then. I would have liked to have had Web Shooter out. It's such a good card. All right, I'm going to do that to play Web Shot, where I can get rid of the Hydra Mercenary. And then I'm going to attack to get rid of Sandman. I can clear the board up. And then where are we at here? I'm going to flip over to Miles. I'm going to use Jefferson to get rid of the threat. And that's going to be it for this round.
Well, at least we got something.
So I do tend to pause the video between the different phases, so that way I can make sure I didn't make any mistakes. One of the things that I did forget to do was my response for Miles. So I added the Web Shooter from the last round into my deck here and shuffled. So that's what we're going to do. So I've gone ahead and I've added the threat for the first part of the villain phase. He's going to scheme, but he's confused, so that's not going to happen. It's all my master plan. All right, so we're going to get the 2 cards, and they are going to be Armored Assault and the Card Gain Surge. Each enemy with a tough status card gets +3 attack, and the villain schemes. So he's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. So we're at 4 threat now.
Bring it. Bring it. Bring it.
So to get started, we're going to exhaust Jefferson Davis, so that way I can remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Then I'm going to flip back over to Spider-Man. I'm going to use, you know what, we're going to use Melee to pay for the Power Within. Oh, that works out perfectly. Then I'm going to use Energy to play Web Shot, where I will deal 4 damage to Rhino plus another 2 damage and stun him. After he's stunned, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attack with Spider-Man, which will be 4 damage. And I mean, I guess there's no point in using this. I can hold off onto that for next time, which would actually probably be game, right? So that's what we're going to go with. And I'll hold on to Go for Champions because maybe I'll be able to use it next time. So my next card is going to be Defense Mechanism, Glenn Lee, Acrobatics, and Bombshell.
God damn it, just do it already.
So at this point, I think I'm good as long as I don't grab an advance. during the thing. So he's going to attack, and he does no damage because he's stunned. And then I am going to get 2 cards, which are Assault and Stampede. So he's going to attack me, and I'm going to be stunned, and he's going to attack me. So for the first attack, he's going to hit me for 4. All right, so he hits me for 4. And then for the second attack, he's going to hit me for 4, 5, 6, 7.
You dick!
7. I probably should have defended one of those, right? 7 and 4 is 11. Nope, I would have lost regardless. Wow!
We just burned you. You got burned.
So I thought I had it. I really did. And it just goes to show you that I should have taken out that scheme, the breaking and taking, which gave me an extra encounter card. Even if I had just gotten rid of that card in itself, then I wouldn't have died at the end. But I kind of saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and I just started running for it. And obviously that was not the right call this case. That's one of the reasons why I love this game, because you just don't know what cards you're going to draw. And it was just that one card, or those 2 cards together, that was the difference between a epic loss or a amazing amazing win. So I do want to ask, again, as I said earlier in the video, what did you think of this new format? Does it help out? Does it not? These kind of things help me out a lot. Also, I'm not interested. Next week is Spider-Woman, and I'm really excited about that playthrough. Again, she's another character I haven't really played a lot of. Actually, most of the Web Warriors I haven't played much of. Again, I'm excited about that, and I hope to see you there.